Hello everyone, this is Suzanne, Glass Garden Beads, here with video 2 on the Ndebele cuff. We last left where we finished our beginning edge and we did 7 rows. We are now coming out of the 7th row and we're going to continue with an Ndebele edge of the buttonhole, which will be this edge. So I'm going to just do, basically we're only going to be doing 2 strips of Ndebele. And here's the sequence. We're going to be doing back and forth, and we're going to do 11 rows. We've done 7. We're going to do 11 more. Or if you like to count from the beginning, we'll do a total of 18 rows for one arm of the buttonhole. So let's begin. Remember, when we're coming out a bead, we're going to add 2 beads, and I'm just going to turn it so I can do it, but we're going to add 2 beads, and then we're going to put our needle back down through the next bead. Pull our thread, get our beads tapped into place, go up the next bead, and I'm going to bring this a little closer so you can see it, and I'm going to add 2 more beads, come back down the next bead, and I'm not going to go any further. This one we're only doing 2 strips of Ndebele, but we're doing it for 11 more rows. Okay, so I'm going to turn this because I'm going on my next row, and then bring my needle up through the bead because that's where we want it to exit. Alright, and then I'm going to add my 2 beads. We're staying with our same Ndebele, we're just not going across the whole cuff right now. We're adding what I call my buttonhole sides. Okay, 2 beads, up the next bead, and when we do basically 2 Ndebeles, it actually equates to 2 Ndebele strips. Alright, add 2 back down. Okay, so you're going to continue that now for another 11 rows or 18, however you want to figure it out. So I'm going to let you keep doing that. You can either pause me here. We want to keep going up, and I'm going to grab another sample. Here's a sample of where we are when we have completed our 11 rows. Alright, we go up. Now, how did I get this thread all the way over here? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to take an empty needle. The thread was coming out this top bead, okay? So your thread would have been coming out right there, coming up, getting all ready. Alright, so you would have taken your needle, and then we wanted to go all the way down this spine. So you would take your needle all the way down that spine. So we'd go down, I think we went down 13, and I'll double check that right now. So take your needle, and you want to exit at the 13th bead, which is right down here. So your thread would have been coming out here. Okay? Take it down that spine, go down that inner. Then when your thread's coming out at this bead, I'm going to turn this a little bit. Thread's coming out right here. That's number 13 bead. You're going to go over to the next bead. I'm going to try to get my thread up there because I've already done it. I thought, oh, I'm just going to show you with the needle. Hopefully you're going to be okay with this. Alright. Oh, got it so tight here. Then we go up. We're only going to go up 2 beads. So we came down. Let's take this other needle. We came down all the way, 13 beads, exited down here, okay, up 2 beads, got thread there, and then down the next 2 beads, okay, up 2 beads, we're weaving it across, up 2 beads, just got to turn it around maybe. Okay. Pull the thread through, and down 2 beads. We're weaving across. Up 2 beads. Okay. Down 2 beads. And up 2 beads. So now we are sitting at the other side of that buttonhole. What do? The same thing again. We are coming out a bead, we're adding 2 beads, and we come back down a bead. So we're now into our Ndebele stitch mode. Up a bead, okay, pick up 2 beads, and we go down a bead. Okay. We're not going to go any further because this strip of Ndebele is going to remain open. We're not stitching on it. Okay? I'm going to turn this because I want to do the other side. And it's just easier for me to hold. Some may or may not turn it. And I'm going to go up this last bead because I want that thread coming out that bead. Pull the thread out, all in position, add 2 beads, okay, down a bead, tap, up a bead. You can see we're getting the other side done. Alright, add 2 beads, and you're going to finish this because both sides are going to be equal. How many rows are we going up? We're going up from the base 11 more rows, or if we're counting from the bottom, we're going up 18 rows. Okay, I'm going to turn this, and I'm in position again. Thread's going to be coming out that top bead, and we're going to keep going. Now, over here, I've completed it. It should, whoop, I yanked it too hard here. Get it here. This is what yours should look like. Okay, 11 rows equal, 11 rows equal. You're going to be coming out of that bead because you just would have added the 2 bead coming out. And what you're going to do, we always start with our thread coming out that top bead. So let's do that. Let's get our thread coming out that top bead. And we are now going to go into the tower ladder mode. Okay, so just as we did down here, we're going to add a tower ladder for our bridge. Okay, so you might want to review that. I'm picking up 2 beads. All right, my thread is coming out the top, so I'm going to go down 2 beads, but I'm going to enter them from the base. I'll just show you here. Okay, pull. And we always, on the tower, we want to make sure that our thread is coming through the last column. So we get our thread in position, pull, and we're going to add 2 more beads. Thread's coming out the bottom. We're going to go through the top with our needle. Okay. Get it. I'm going to pull it a little bit just to get it tight, and then I'm going to hold it with my hand. There we go. Little. Going to work it a little bit. Okay, so again, we want our thread to be coming out that last column or tower of beads. Just going to kind of get this off. Now, don't worry about this. This space right here is going to get taken care of. Right now, we have added 2 columns of beads which match the 2 columns down here, and that is our bridge. We're still not connected yet, so once the thread is coming out, or now that the thread is coming out the top, we're going to go through the next 2 beads. We're not adding anything. We're just going to come right down through the other side, and this is going to be our connection. All right, and then we're going to come back. If the thread is coming out the top of that column, our needle's going to go from the bottom up. That is our connecting thread. All right. We want to keep weaving this thread until it exits over here. So just like we did down here, we go down the next 2 beads, up the next 2 beads, down the next 2 beads, and up. We are now done with our buttonhole. On the third video here, we will be bringing a row of Ndebele straight across, and then we'll be adding some of our accent beads, and I'll show you how to do that. Thank you, and see you on the third video.